Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. The Maze Runner trilogy. This is the Scorch Trials. Was the second movie? All right. Okay, now this is actually, I think, how YA should be done. In the first movie, I absolutely loved it because they built the world out. They explained as to why everything's going on. This one kind of flushes it out more and more as, well, you see how destroyed the world is. The one thing they could have done better, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love the casting. I love every time they introduce someone, it's just like, I like that actor. I've always liked that actor. I've always liked that actor. Every time they would pop someone up. But of course, it's just like, he is of course going to be the villain. As soon as you see him, it's just like, that's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. He just always has that look that he's always in every movie or show. Always a bad guy. Crap, what was he in Game of Thrones? The kind of a sad way to have the one person who masterminded everything go out. But, sorry. Yeah, but Scorch Trials, I absolutely loved it. It's like one of those things, they leave that giant walled-off safe place where they were being trapped in by these man-made monsters to go out into a world where the whole world is overrun by basically zombies. And it's just like, you up the stakes. The world has died to a virus. It's so funny, you see this and it's like, okay, now this is how a pandemic would fall out, where people are all dying, everything is going bad around them, everything's falling apart around them because society's falling apart. That is a pandemic. It was just like people are wearing masks, people are terrified. It's just like, I see that around now, but yeah, it's just like one of those things. Just like that is something that you would fear. That is something that would be scary if it ever happened. Yeah. So I actually like this movie. It's sad to not have Chuck, I gotta say, because Chuck is like the best part about the Maze Runner. Chuck was like that one heart for everyone. It's kind of hard to see it though and just be like, if they have the technology to build this massive maze, and they have trouble finding structures which are safe enough. Obviously, the maze is safe enough. Why not build places like that with massive walls? It's just that would take care of a lot of the problems. Just because you have moving walls, shifting walls that change every night of the week. You could easily design something, a city that's encased in a wall, and every now and then just build out the wall more and more and more as you clear out the zones. It makes so much sense to do it that way. Of course, everyone's getting infected and you want to find a virus, so it kind of balances out, in my opinion. Their main focus was finding a cure, not building massive walls around cities to keep people safe. It was just about finding the cure. They wanted to heal them. But the thing is, if you're not spending your time to take care of the people who are, suffering, then you're going to end up with nobody left for the cure. It's one of those things that's just like, I see your intentions, but at the same time, you're only focused on that one intention, that you're letting the rest of the human population die, that there's going to be a cure you're going to find that's going to be for nobody because you let the entire population die. So it's like one of those things just like, okay, sure, but no. I accept it, but at the same time, I mean, I absolutely love this one because it actually does pick up. I love the guy who they had playing Matt. Like I said, the cast was good. You could easily tell something's wrong from the beginning. Wicked is good. Wicked is deceitful. Wicked. But it's just like you know it's bad. They name the company Wicked. It's like, I would have preferred something better, like what could have been a save or life, or you could always make, is it an anagram out of anything? I think it's an anagram. I could be completely wrong with that, but out of anything. But this one is just like they escape from that facility that they were brought to because it was safe at the very end. They escape it. You're introduced to the fact that the zombies are out there, or whatever that's Grievers were in the maze, and Creevers, something like that, are out there. And then they basically find a safe, not a safe haven, because that even there it's not safe. But it's just like it goes all the way to where they're even betrayed, and it's just like, okay, that I actually like. In the reasoning as to why they are betrayed, it's just like, okay, imagine being a child and sitting through that, watching your mother do all that, and it's just like, dang, Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, it's something that's just like, okay, I can understand. But at the same time, yeah, it just doesn't compute, because it's just like you have friends, you have all this stuff. You've already spent years, several years, killing kids trying to find the cure, and it hasn't worked. So when are you going to realize that your tactic isn't working? It's time to switch gears and try something else. But I guess after you feel so guilty of killing so many people and being a part of it, that you go back to it, just because if you don't get it right, you've basically admitting to killing 100 of innocent kids just because you didn't get it right. Yeah. It's one of those things, just like the kids are supposed to be immune, but in the maze, anyone who was stung always got infected. So it's kind of strange. That's just like, okay, so not all the immunes were immune? Is it a higher dosage that they had given the immune kids to kind of push out their ability to create more of the antibodies or whatever it is? There are a lot of little things that, of course, they have issues, but overall, I actually did like the next step. The fact that they were betrayed, the fact that it's just like, of course, the one female in the group is the one that's the bad guy. Yeah. So, but it is sad seeing the crew become less and less and less. I mean, what? There's only like 4 from the original group at the very end. Everyone else, I mean, everyone has passed off. It was like from 50 from in the Maze Runner down to 10 at the end, and it's just like people keep slimming down, and it's like, come on, that's not great. That's bad. Here he wanted to save them and ended up leading to all their doom. He sped the death process for them. So technically Thomas is just as guilty in some cases, but he did it with good intentions. Well, technically they both did. So it's one of those things, just like, okay, I just like this movie. I like this movie because it's just like, they both have good intentions, but at the same time, I don't know why I agree with Thomas more than I agree with her, because at least Thomas wanted them to be free. And they died free, or at least fighting for their freedom. She just wanted to keep them trapped and have them die as they find a cure. So I agree more with Thomas, even though Thomas probably led to more deaths in a short period of time. Yeah. Maze Runner Scorch Trials, absolutely worth watching. It's the best YA so far out of the ones I've seen and read. Well, except for Rising Sun. I did like the Rising Sun. Those were some good books, especially with the fact that they introduce what happens after you've dethroned the previous empire. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!